Hello everyone! Welcome to Blueprints. I'm afraid I'm having a little bit of trouble breathing again today, so don't expect anything too wild. I'll do what I can. Huzzah! Alright, let's paste this. Let's get an at in here at everyone. Huzzah! Now that that is set up, maybe I should post it a few more places. Hello, drone! Welcome! Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just getting started. Just a few more places, and we're good to go. How are you doing today, drone? Had some Wi-Fi issues earlier. I do hope that that doesn't happen to me today. That would be quite annoying. Alright. Let's swap this over. And grab... Oh, no, it's ready to go. Nice. So someone told me that there is an achievement for managing to get to the end room by day 1. Which boggles my mind, because so much of this game is RNG, according to, as far as I understand it. Alright. Hello, Mount Holly. I really would love to just have this. Not only just because I'd have property, but just being able to look out and just see, like, oh, there's the town. There's the mountain. Right? But I don't think I'll be able to have, ever able to afford that. Considering the state of the economy and the like, maybe if I had stuck to it back in 2010 eras, like 2012, whatever, and like actually gone in on content creation, I might be bigger than I am today, and I might be able to afford some nice property in some such place. Somewhere other than America. What I would not give. The notice of termination, that's right. And I've already done this one. Back at it? Indeed, yes. Yes, I am. Although, so are my breathing issues, so. I'm doing my best. Okay. Still don't know where the battery pack goes. May as well grab the extra key. Don't think there's anything else in this room. 6 steps. Oh, jeez. Why did I choose this? Let's do the parlor for the 3 gems. The empty boxes both have true statements. The blue box has a true statement. This box contains the gems. Oh, no. Okay. This one has to be false. Because the empty boxes both have true statements. Right? But this one says this box contains a gem. Right? Which means that if this thing is empty, right? The empty box is both. Oh no, hang on. Okay. The empty boxes both have true statements, right? Which means that this thing has to be true. This thing says the blue box has a true statement, right? Which means both of these would have to be true. And if this is true, that means all three of them are true, which means that that can't be it. Which means that two of these are probably lying, and this one is the truth. There we go. Now, I say they're lying, but this thing says the empty boxes both have true statements, and these both are empty. So... yeah, that one was confusing and hurt my brain. So yeah, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato. I guess the only thing to really have is lore here. How broken would it be to have two bedrooms right next to each other and just walk between them? This run is not going to last very long, is it? Ooh, hello! The shovel. What is the shovel doing in an aquarium? Right. Just because the empty boxes are true, that does not preclude the third box from also being true. I mean, yeah, but the rules of that little logic puzzle state that there has to be one truth and one lie, at least. Let's do the dormitory this time. Oops. The dartboard rules changed? When did they change? What did I do? What'd I do? The salt shaker. Is there nothing else in this room? Nothing apparently. I'm gonna grab the foyer and be able to go into the Great Hall and do some crazy stuff. This is eating up all my steps, and I'm not too happy about that. The H2O melting point. A complete thaw. Oh no! Cooler is unaffected. I think that's what it says. Is cooler is unaffected. I don't have the frigging mic. The looking glass. The magnifying glass. That. I don't have that, so I can't check some of these. Well, that's a dead end. That went extraordinarily well. Alright, hopefully that thing works retroactively. It does indeed. I've been to the music room, but the key count is so nice. I am going to lose so many steps. Oh my word! The prism key. Huh. Oh, when they added squares. Yeah, that did throw me for quite the loop. Alright. I really need to stop doing these step requirement things. Ah! The showroom. Luxury items for sale. I've never seen this one. Kind of have to take it. What is this luxury items for sale? The moon pendant. You'll start tomorrow with 2 of the items in your inventory. That's really good! The ornate compass will draft you may rotate the first 3 floor plans you draw. Do I keep these? These are so bloody good! Holy shit! You managed to decode all of the ciphers hidden in the paintings? Not yet. I need to get to the later rooms and get those sorted, but I will indeed eventually. These are some crazy items. But yeah, how are you holding up? I'm really low on steps. I should not have done that. Well, I'm not going to be able to take it with me. Wait, key does not fit. Huh. Just having breakfast. Well, good morning. Is now the end of the line. You already have an item check. I really wish I could check more than one item. Be very useful. End of the run. Yes. Two special items. The shelter. I think I'm gonna do the special items. A shovel. Good start. Good start. What else have we got? The sledgehammer. Also very good. What are you having for breakfast? I guess we're doing the parlor again. We have the gems are not in the blue box. The other two statements are both true. The gems are in the white box. Oh no. Gems are not in the blue box. The gems are in the white box. The other two statements are both true. Yes. This one cannot be true, because that means that it would invalidate the rules of the game. I'm gonna go with black. Got it. My thinking there is, so it's not in the blue box, right? This isn't true. And then the gems are in the white box. So it's sort of a toss-up. Well, have you found someone for the new sprites yet? Sort of. There's someone called DM0 that does good artwork and actually seems to follow through when I pay them. And they have sort of. I just need to. I need to pay them for specific poses. And then also, they created a thing that allows me to basically make more, kind of. But I haven't really been able to do anything with that because my brain's been fuckered. I could just hand it off to someone and say, hey, make what you want. Do some silly stuff with it. Yeah, if you look at the thumbnail for this, you'll see an avatar that's repeated over and over again. The original artist is interesting. Have you considered making them yourself? I mean, kind of. My bandwidth has been really not that great lately. All right. Perhaps, perhaps. Though I insist on paying something fair. Hell yeah. Lucky rabbit's foot. That's perfect. Now all I need is the metal detector, and we'll be good to go. Although the metal detector is very much kind of its own rabbit's foot, isn't it? Are you shitting me? Well, that's the end of the run. Fuck. I gambled and I lost. The OC in the current thumbnail? Yeah, you sound really groggy. It's really hard to breathe right now. Not as... Sorry, it's not really... It's not... Wait, what the fuck? Sorry. It's not very easy to breathe right now. It's not terribly difficult, like, you know, when I'm coughing or something, but... Ooh. Apples are extra delicious today. Huzzah! Well, since I can't do much in the house anymore, may as well walk outside. This has to be the generator room. Is there anything that I can do out here? Anything at all? There's still this bunker, which intrigues the piss out of me. I feel like this sundial is also some kind of part of the puzzle. This thing is still boarded up. Although I see tracks, so I'm kind of hoping that there's a minecart on the other side that you can just, you know, push through and it just barrels through and destroys everything. I don't know what to do about this place though. Like, I feel like there's something that I'm not seeing, something just out of my visual reach. Like a door or something. Otherwise, why put this here at all? Unless it's some kind of misdirect. Ugh. Right, right. Call it a day. Yes, call it. OOT and MM. I'm not familiar with those acronyms. Would you mind terribly expounding on that? And yes, I do have some favorites. I wish I had the proper recordings for it, but I played something called Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is one of my all-time favorite puzzle games to ever exist. Myst, any of the Myst games really, are also really good. Why is this open? Why can't I even go back there? This? There's something down there. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Are those puzzle games? I mean, I suppose they have puzzles in them. Adds 8 classrooms. Not the greatest of polls, but it'll do. But yes, Jimbo. The temples are full of puzzles. If you enjoy puzzle games, I one would recommend this game. 2 would recommend Outer Wilds. There's also the House of the House of Da Vinci series. They recently made a new section of it called House of Tesla, which it's a little bit odd, and I want to play it. I have it, but I just haven't had the time to do it. This is the only true box. The gems are in the other box with the true statement. One of the other boxes is true. Okay, so this directive cannot be true. The gems are in the other box with the true statement. This is the only true box. One of the other boxes is true. I mean, I guess it'd have to be in black. The only other option. Because one of them is stating that it's the only true box. And I call it again. I wonder if someone's gone through and made a list of all the answers. Ah, the dormitory. I've never encountered that before. Let's see what's in it. A lovely key. Drafting Strategy, Volume 2. My type of room. As architects, we know that designing a building is complex and multifaceted process. Wait, have we already done this? Oh, shit. This is all really important stuff. Okay. From the layout to the details, every decision we make can have a significant impact on the final result. Perhaps that's why we're always looking for ways to improve our craft and refine our ideas. In this edition of Drafting Strategy, we are excited to introduce a useful concept that can take your designs to the next level: room subtypes. While we've previously explored the use of colored floor plans to categorize the basic kinds of rooms, in this issue we will be examining architectural symbols that can be used to further classify and differentiate the types of rooms in your house. These symbols provide the draftsman with a visual way to indicate the purpose and function of a room, whether it's a designated workspace, a utility room, or a conundrum. These subtype symbols can communicate the intended use of a room at a quick glance. While including these symbols on their floor plans, architects can make it easier for contractors and builders to understand their vision and bring it to life. But the benefits of floor plan categorization go beyond just clarity. Understanding and identifying subtypes, architects can craft strategies that surpass the surface level simplistic approaches commonly used by inexperienced drafters. The drafting rooms are floor plans that affect the draft pool of the drafting process. As such, they are spaces that are often designed for activities relating to academic pursuits and research. Some of their common features include a floor plan redrawing, draft pool manipulation, and rarity adjustments. As students of the art of drafting, aspiring architects can greatly benefit from knowledge, experience, and learning opportunities that these rooms offer. Academia isn't only found in the mountains of Kororika, something like that. Classroom is a great example of the scholastic strategies, as this room has to offer. Not only does it provide synergy for other drafting rooms, but it's also a valuable source of information and knowledge. Did you know the classrooms that you'll find will fall under one of 8 different grades, ranging from the first grade, which was the one that we found first, to the culmination of your academic journey, grade 8. However, there are rumors of an additional annex classroom at the Mount Holly Elementary used solely for exams and student testing, but finding it has been near impossible as it requires drafting more than 8 classrooms. Hello. I'm going to shifting gears. Far from the pristine white pages of academia, the mechanical world is a rugged industrial space marked by the symbol of the gear and stained with the grime of heavy machinery. These floor plans prioritize function over aesthetics, and the design of each mechanical room reflects its focus on efficiency. These rooms serve as the command centers for estate operations, housing the control systems that keep everything running smoothly. I've never seen this pump room before. Ducts, ducts, ducts. Boiler room is most known as a power source because it provides steam power for various rooms in the house. Steam is conveyed room to room via ducts that run across the ceiling, and power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain power ducts. So when you're in a room, look up. There might be a duct. Did you know drafting rooms from a door that is steam powered will increase the likelihood of drawing rooms with ducts? No time like the future. Some rooms offer long-term benefits rather than immediate resources. These floor plans, known as tomorrow rooms, are considered an investment for the future. Gotta get the kids ready for soccer. Alright, see you around, Jimbo. Thank you for showing up. They offer the forward-thinking architect a number of strategies that will pay dividends down the road. Strategic planning is critical to the drafting of success, and knowing when to forsake the current day's progress to set yourself up for a prosperous future is a critical decision that the architect will encounter. Time freeze. Nothing better exemplifies setting yourself up for tomorrow than at the expense of today than the freezer. But drafters who may not want to totally abandon their current day's progress will be pleased to know that there are a few clever ways to manipulate frozen assets. Entering furnace or sauna after drafting a freezer will thaw any frozen gems or gold that you are carrying, and while you will once again be able to use them. However, if you still wish your accounts to carry over to the next day, you will have to refreeze your assets by re-entering the freezer. Warning: if the furnace is drafted within a few ranks of the freezer, the temperature will start rising and everything will melt, including your assets. If the temperature gets too high, refreezing will no longer be possible. So I was right. In order to get the freezer open, I'm going to need to use the furnace. Perplexing plans. Any architect who loves a challenge inevitably ends up drafting a few puzzle rooms in their house. These floor plans, marked only with a single enigmatic jigsaw piece, lack accompanying text and explanations, as if to suggest that even understanding the room's function is part of the puzzle. Some puzzle rooms, like parlor and billiard room, become increasingly difficult as you solve them, evolving over time as you progress. The final type of room we will cover is the spread room. These floor plans enable the architect to spread items amongst many rooms. When the items are spread, they are only placed in currently active rooms in the house. The number of items that are spread is determined by the number of rooms in your estate. Waiting until your house is bigger will provide larger spreads. Strategies that employ spread rooms are often centered around travel and backtracking. A word from the editor. I wanted to use this segment to thank all of our readers for the wonderful mail and feedback we've received after we'd sent our very first issue of Drafting Strategy. It is incredibly rewarding to create something that is appreciated, and even more rewarding to know that somewhere out there, a young architect is reading our magazine and getting inspired to build something of his own that may one day, in turn, inspire others. When I was a child, I vividly remember the experience of reading the memoirs of the court's grand architect, Louisa T. Rayland, and to say that it changed me is an understatement. It had a profound effect on the way that I view the world and spaces within it. We each draft our own dreams, and as a child, faint sketches on blurry blueprints. Illegible to all, especially ourselves. Wait. We each draft our own dreams as a child. Faint sketches on blurry blueprints, illegible to all, especially ourselves. And our purpose? Why, it is found hidden in the floor plans of our youth. Okay. I still don't understand why I'm able to interact with those globes. Well, I'm going to have to backtrack anyways because everything's fubbernucked. I'm going to have to go through the kitchen if I want to retrieve any of that. Classroom! Alright. Here's grade 1. We've already solved this puzzle. I did the workbook. We aren't going to get much more out of this room. Gotta redraw that. The library. Right. What's this? Drafting Strategies, Volume 3. Huh. I don't think we've read this. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers to complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. Although many architects employ different strategies when developing their house designs, most of them agree on one guiding principle: have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having resources. If you lack the gems to consider all presented options, you may be forced to draft a room that you do not want. To avoid this predicament, focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. This approach is a surefire way to set yourself up for success. Make sure you check gems in the room before clicking on the door. I do this way too much. See gems for sale on shops, buy them out. Don't pass up on the wine cellar, even if you're not thirsty. No such thing as too many gems, may have a bit of a problem. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. I will never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. It is a simple strat that has served me well. Ah! When you first begin drafting a house, it is important to start each day with a solid foundation. Draft early ranks first. The common mistake for beginners to make is drafting in a straight line north and ignoring as many unopened doors as they have left behind in the entrance hall. I don't do that. When the architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they don't have enough keys or gems to continue. Their day usually ends by returning to the lower ranks to draft the doors, only to find rooms and items that would have made all the difference if they had been found earlier in the day. As the layout to the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can be structurally weak if you're leaving lots of unopened doors on the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you'll have a much better chance of finding success where you eventually start heading further into the house. The top drafting combos. Another aspect of considering when planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For example, if you draft cloister before terrace, you'll be down 3 gems. But if you draft them in reverse, cloister would be free. Identifying a synergistic pair of floor plans is an essential first step. But determining optimal order for drafting those rooms will provide you with an additional advantage, significantly improving your chances of success. A foyer drafted before the Great Hall would mean that all the doors would be unlocked. Drafting a bunk room after a nursery will give you 10 extra steps because it counts as 2 separate bedroom triggers. You won't have to backtrack constantly to collect your gold spread through the office if you have a conference room. The more items you have, the greater your chances of being able to create a contraption in the workshop. So an attic before the workshop. 2 pairs of combos aren't the only thing that form room synergy. You'll find that some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but become very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. It doesn't do anything by itself, but can literally power up or down other rooms that you have drafted in this house. I've done this. Garage powers the garage door and grants west path access. So the garage can only be placed on the west side. The dark room turns lights back on after blowing a fuse. I didn't know that. The gymnasium turns lights off to prevent step loss. Oh, that's useful. However, I don't think we have access to the gymnasium's fuse. Huh. Other examples. One of the examples has synergy with Lady Epson's other 2 rooms, her boudoir and her walk-in closet. The boiler room connects ducts from room to room, then runs steam power to specific destinations. In the house, the laboratory, the garage, the laundry room, furnace, and pump room all have uses for this steam power. I did not know that. I would love to know that. Speaking of the pump room, this room controls the water level throughout rooms in the estate. So that's what I need. This can interact directly with the pool, the aquarium, the greenhouse, the kitchen, and several other features located outside the main house. Hello! Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room that day. Besides counting as 2 bedrooms, bunk room also counts as 2 rooms. This will increase the amount of steps granted by the master bedroom. The amount of gold spread through the tomb. And the amount of keys found in the servants' quarters. Each time you solve a puzzle in the billiards room, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time that you draft that room. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you first explored it doesn't mean that there won't be the case next time you draft it. The day after drafting Freezer, it enters an automated cooldown refreezing cycle, during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. That is useful to know. If you are stuck and don't know what specific rooms do, sometimes it's smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges. Draft rooms you've never seen before. I do that. Although this volume has provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we here at Architectural Digest hope that aspiring architects know that there are truly no set blueprints for success. Forging your own path and coming up with your own unique strategies will, in our humble opinion, always provide the best results. Each architect has his own favorite room, each builder has his own favorite tool, and thus each player will turn to develop their own style of play and discover their own secrets and tricks that they can share with the world, or keep to themselves. Okay. Whatever strategy you employ, we wish you the best of luck in drafting. That was very informative. And now we go into the break room. Wait, +1 point. Each week's total reset, and a weekly leader gets an extended lunch. Well, now I'm seriously confused, because that would mean that KT has taken 44 breaks in a week. That's crazy. 4 squared is 16. 6 squared. Shoot. My brain. Whoops. Six squared is 36 minus 16. 20. There we go. Okay. 4 squared is 16 minus 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. There we go. And that opens that up. We get the silver key and nothing else. Joy of joys. Now I have to draft the courtyard. Oh dear. If we're already running into these doors, we're in trouble. I need more of the classrooms, please. Secret passage. Secret passage. I can't craft that. I'm in danger of losing this run. Chim chimmery, chim chimmery, chim chim charoo. My blueprints are tawdry, and my mind is going to chim chimmery, chim chimmery, chim chim charoo. I can't keep up with the world. How about you? Chim chimmery, chim chimmery. Well, this would have been fucking useful. I have to do the closet. There's a reroll. Frigging finally. And a gem. Also frigging finally. Wow, I've managed to fill out the entire lower half. My strategy now relies on me getting to the courtyard and rolling something decent. Oh no, I can't! I don't have a... Oh... That is the end of the run, I'm afraid, as I have no longer gotten to do. Chim chimmery, chim chimmery. Chim chimmery. I didn't make it, but maybe you will. Go if you like puzzles. Buy blueprints and chill. I'm gonna put enough coins in this thing to just completely occlude the water. And I was excited to have the schoolroom, because I just found out some cool stuff about it. Each one of the classrooms has its own thing to teach you, which is even worse because that means that I've only barely scrapped the surface of the classrooms. Ugh. So does this always give a sledgehammer? I don't know. Blue box is true. You will open this box and find it empty. One of the other two boxes is false. I choose the white one. Behold! I am correct! Again! No need to spend my gems early. Except in this instance. Chim chimmery, I don't know why the song sticks into my gray matter. Like it's a tick. Chim chimmery, chim chimmery, chim chim chatoo. This brain worm shan't be sated. But how about you? I don't like any of these. This run has me perplexed. How the piss does this room work? Yeah, that's what I thought. Ah, crap. And I'm boxed in. Okay. Chamber of Mirrors is really interesting. I want to see more of it. But fuck. Oh, right. I've got to throw some coinage into the fountain. How is everyone out there in YouTube land? I haven't heard from you recently. Art thou okay? Art thou whole? Got distracted? Oh no, you're fine. I am hardly narcissistic enough to say that I must hold your attention all the time. But I do get anxious that sometimes I am not as entertaining as I think I am. So please, wander as much as you like. Get distracted, find things. I won't be terribly put out by you finding something else to do. Give me that shelter. Give me shelter. Whatever that freaking thing is. Game didn't happen tonight, though yesterday's game was because of my birthday. Happy birthday! Oh, of a birthday, not your birthday. Whoops! Sorry, Ken. I actually don't remember what your birthday is, and I feel absolutely fucking bad about that. Like, I feel like I've wished it to you recently, but oh, this game is so quiet and dull sometimes. Only one box is true. The black box contains the gems. Blue box contains the gems. This is already out of whack. Okay, if only one block box is true, wouldn't it be white? Yeah, I was just thinking that. Only one box is true, which makes this the only true box, which means both of these are lying, which means it has to be the white box. Hell yes. Same brain cells. Yeah. Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. Son of a bitch, bitch, bitch. Got ourselves a pair of ivory dice, which, oh boy, that's a little problematic. Just a smidge though, nothing terrible. Well, this did not go well. Ah, the rumpus room. I need to figure out Alazar, whatever the frick his name is. Alzara. Awaken. Awaken!
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin.
Now, will this be different?
Find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear.
Why is there a car out front?
I see the darkened cloud of ruin, familiar to us both, now decrepit, run down, and in disrepair. I see 8 red envelopes, resting upon 8 pedestals. And in these 8 envelopes, I see 8 letters penned by 8 different hands. 8 letters of which you will only ever find and read 7. Just like the art hanging on the walls of these rooms. There is a letter missing.
Yeah, you're a little bit behind the times there, bud.
What you have heard here has been foreseen.
There's a
by the
missing
great
letter.
Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
How much do you want to bet that the missing letter is in the code of the game? Oh my word! Ugh. Okay. I honestly can't knock him. Alzara, that is. He did actually have some pretty useful stuff to say. Oh, come on! Wait. Did I or did I not do the rumpus room yesterday? I should have a key card, shouldn't I? Oh man. What a waste. Something don't smell right. I do actually wonder if there is a wishing well mechanic. I forgot to go poke the outside room. The empty boxes are both true. What the piss? Let's see. The empty boxes are both true. The gems are in the black box. This is not an empty box. I have to find the hole in this loop. Okay. This one has to be false because if it's true... Well, actually... So the blue one is out of the running. I think. I'd say that this one has to be false. So... Bet on black? Never look back! Hell yes. I still don't know what the battery pack is used for. That door automatically opening spooked the piss out of me. Thought I was gonna have to run for my life. Did we ever solve this one? No, we definitely did. But we also get, like, a permanent upgrade stuff. Right? Wait! I thought I wasn't going to read the 8th one. Well, actually, there's 8 of them, but one of them might not be, one of them might have been destroyed. That is a possibility. 5-5, huh? I'm almost certain I saw an interaction hand somewhere here. The broken lever? Ah, screw it. Looks like gems. Plenty of gems. Perfect. I think that was worth it. What wasn't worth it was the, this. The frigging, compass. We're screwed because none of the rooms actually move forward now. Ah. Might be a good thing to check. Nope, VAC is not. I mean, this is a pretty simple puzzle. Still don't know what the heck turning those purple does. Or if it's any good. VAC. What is the point of the VAC? I just need to sit and breathe. Wait, where'd the town go? I feel like there was a town. There had to have been, right? I'm almost certain between my manor and that mountain should be a town. Where's the town? Where's the town, Manfred? Where's the giant robot, Manfred? All right. I didn't do the out. Well, not like it would have mattered. Yeah, I have all of these unlocked. Okay. Alright, the schoolhouse has been activated. I have, at the very least, a chance. But unfortunately, it seems to be a red letter day. Or at least that's how it feels right now. Are you kidding me? Okay. The gems are in the blue box. The gems are in the box next to this box. The gems are in this box. I'm doing the black one. Always bet on black and never look back. Apparently. Another classroom! Finally, we get to see the next grade up. Alright, grade 2. Oh dear. Oh sheesh. Oh no. This is the colors thing, isn't it? Okay. The colors, Duke, the colors. And I can get this one done easy speasy. I don't... There's got to be a reason why we would do this. Okay, I'm taking a screenshot. I am putting this into my art program, and we are going to do the do. Save image to downloads. Go to Krita. Turn on Krita so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. This should be rather simple. Two plus 5 is 7. Okay. Four plus 9. Why isn't this holding over? 4 plus 9 is... Oh, jeez. 13. Why did that take so long? My brain is deteriorating. Oops. Seven minus 3. That's 4. Sorry, doing the 4, save, close, you. Nine minus 8 is 1. God damn it. Of course it doesn't fucking work. Sorry, one of the things that was working yesterday isn't. And now it is peeving me off. Okay. 7, 13, 4, 1. Again, this feels important because these sorts of puzzles open things. Two times 2 is 4. Three times 4 is 12. I'm not even trying to make it look nice and uniform. I just want to get this done. 3 plus 1 plus 6. Or... God, my brain did it again. I started working in reverse. That's 10. This is... Again, it's 7 minus 3, which is 4. This will be 3. Wait. No, it's even worse than that. It's 2. Seven times 3 is 21. This one is 18. This is just 3 times 6. Don't need the times 1. And this one's 15. Okay. File export to Blueprints Puzzle Notes. All right. I think that will keep us going. All right, back to the game music. I think that did really well. Laboratory, observatory, library. The pool, spare bedroom. Commissary, hallway. Shit. Hello, Eclipse. Welcome. So not only will I not be able to see what's going on here, I just drafted a dead end. Fuck! At least I got a rabbit's foot. How are you doing today, Eclipse? Did you like the drawing I did in DMs? Also, I'm doing good. You mean all the Star Trek stuff? Yeah, I've been seeing it. Only way forward is the passageway. Why do you do this to me? I've made my mistakes. God fucking damn it. Oh look, a key card which I can't fucking use. That's the end of my journey. Thank you all for watching. I'm kidding. I'll keep going. Stop crying? No. I refuse. Crying is my superpower, don't you know? There is nothing wrong with crying. And the fact that you think that there is going to cause you serious pain down the road. So I highly recommend that you abandon that abysmal mentality. Just let go. Nearly your birthday. How far out? May 22nd. Hey! Well, congratulations. Architect's Cottage. There's 4 drafting rooms. Ah! For the life of me, I haven't been able to get beyond the fracking 3rd tier. What is it about today that it just does not like me? Well, would you look at that, everyone? Eclipse -1 suggests that we use a bomb. Isn't that precious? A quantum torpedo mixed with a photon torpedo and mixed with 5 transphasic torpedoes with the yield of 5-star bombas. Interesting. And that is how you would prefer to solve this problem. Well, it would seem that you've lost all of your inheritance. And you've destroyed everything that you might have owned. Because that's the situation in this simulation. So all you've really done is destroyed your inheritance. Congratulations. We can call on the Borg to assimilate any rubble, except that there isn't any rubble, because what you've done is you've created a matter, well, disintegration bomb. We'll just call in the queue to destroy the Earth, no mercy. Okay, Mirror Universe, buddy. Then you use the wave motion gun to destroy the sun. Well then. Brings a whole new meaning to If You Wish Upon a Star. Romulan supernova 2.0, but in the Milky Way. It did happen in the Milky Way, though. Like, the Romulan supernova was just a thing. What's your opinion on the Kelvin Enterprise A? Not my style. It's pretty, but just not my style. Picard plays Fortnite? No, he does not. There's actually an episode in TNG about video games. And I believe, conveniently, Picard is absent. What the balls? You just watched Solo Leveling? Or your friend did? I've never been in the greenhouse. Let's just see what it's like. That's the broken lever. Broken lever's in the greenhouse. You should watch the YouTube abridged version called Sister Leveling. It's pretty unhinged. Ah! Ah! Here's the final thing, I can put them together. Which I will do in a sec. You remembered what, precisely? Toho is making a new Godzilla anime. Indeed. Oh, the broken lever. This is about a teenage boy holding the powers of Godzilla. Okay. So is this permanently fixed? Be nice if it was. Alright, real quick, let's read what this these notes on a stanza have to say. I believe, isn't it Kaiju number 9? Whatever. Yeah, it's a cool idea, but like you said, it just kind of sucks. It sucks narratively, too. Every show with instantaneous space travel besides Stargate just sort of loses its fun. Wow, this game, in this game I've taken 126 screenshots. That is impressive. Go touch grass. You go touch grass. Alright. Toe's making bad. Yeah. They made a headline of it a while ago, so why is it goofy? Why is it controversial? This is the notes. Or the, music sheet puzzle. There we go. Paste. Okay. This is the extra large icons. What is this one? This is 8. Okay. So let's rename this one 8. 8. Rename 1. Okay. Rename 2. Rename. 3. Rename. 4. Rename 6. Rename 7. Rename 5. There we go. Now, I close all windows. Open this one. Okay, here we go. The notes. Oh, hang on. All right. So, the notes are as follows. Find here within these first words sung, among these scattered symphony, the ones of you who oft assume white pages lined with melodies. Trees found inside will never shade. Under these stars the dance is held. 2 remain for one last dance, stones cut by hand and letters wrought. The key you seek in major tongue, a message hidden beneath the keys, that you alone can solve this tune, you hide the words we've come to seek. The gems that shine in night and rain, and to the floor we are compelled, and spin again around clock hands, to spell our secrets carved from thought. Something doesn't feel right about this. But half the sheets are missing from, in bold words sung by you and me, and likely going to get you your due, and from our choice among all these, the clue you hold cannot be paid. The gowns glide on, the music swells, and as they turn a second chance, a message read is of 10 lost. Okay. The 4 you hold, the rest far flung. Okay. A fractured note in urgent plea, and all the rage that will ensue, we write down one that seems to be, with gems nor coin, so toss away, and at the end the clock strikes 12. Rise above the falling sands, among the bold words spoken soft. The fuck? A half note held is quite the pun. In bold words sung I do repeat, while working on this simple clue, the loudest type of ink that bleeds. These sheets you find a worthy trade. What that means only time can tell. The true time lost in past romance. The note is read, the letter is not. I am so friggin' confused. Something doesn't seem right, because these first 4 pages, right? They seem to line up. Trees found inside will never shade. Under the stars we dance is held. 2 remain for one last dance. Stones cut by hand, the letters wrought. Well, I have it set up. I have all the things documented so I can come back to it. They're nice and in order. So we'll come back to that when it becomes relevant. But right now it is not relevant. Except, oh wait, no, there's still one at the end of the chapel. I've never done the terrace, have I? You know what? If this run is dead anyways, go with the terrace. There is nothing of worth here. Nothing at all. Damn it to hell. How does a starship warp backwards? Well, there could be a few ways you do that. Are you okay? No. But yeah, there are a few ways that you could warp a starship backwards in the Star Trek universe. Mostly just reversing the warp field. Uh, which is funny to think about. Buddy, your muscles are so capped that Snapple started putting fun facts inside of them. What what the hell is Saibao? I have not been having a great time these past couple days in Blueprints. Everything just seems to be locked up. Though some of it's my fault, but RNG just hates me today. Go watch For All Mankind. I probably should. I seem to remember it being pretty good. You have no items to trade. What? Wait, is there anything that I can actually get out of here that would be worthwhile? There has to be. I'm gonna go get some items and then come back. Show your beautiful, authentic self. I mean, whatever fits. No spoilers, please. We're still working through that on my end. The metal detector for the key card. Oh, I see. Okay. Key card for the lucky rabbit's foot. Lucky rabbit's foot for the key card. Key card for the lucky rabbit's foot. Lucky rabbit's foot for the key card. I think I'll hold on to the lucky rabbit's foot. Such an inappropriate series. I don't know. I was watching Battlestar Galactica when I was 13. So. Then again, don't say anything. We'll do the hallway. The hallway. The den. Ba-dun. 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 Bun. Bun. Do. Totally worth the gamble of the day. Let's go with pantry. I just locked myself off from some stuff. Oh well. Here we go. Again. Done. I have that one series. I don't know what section you're talking about. The entire thing is a little bit too much. Buddy. Buddy, why? What the hell are you doing? Why? Why are you doing that? Why have you done that to yourself? Such a relaxing movie. Yeah, Mr. CIA man. Yeah, this kid right here. Yeah, I don't think you could watch Evangelion 20 times in a month. Maybe in 2. It's called a joke. What does that say about you that I took that completely seriously? Then I aggressively forced a spider to watch it. Talk about passing on eldritch knowledge. What the hell, man? That poor creature was subjected to the truths that they didn't want. Nor could they comprehend. Are you shitting me? Again with this? I wonder. I can't do 21. Okay. Yeah, that scene hurt. Especially knowing what I know now about what they were planning for the series, but that still hurt. Plan to start watching The Thing, Alien, Predator, and Godzilla. And Godzilla versus Destroyer. Hey, whatever makes sense, but... I have not made a single step forward, it feels. Might I suggest Hell's Paradise? There is also October Sky. You know what really breaks my heart about Titanic? It's the fact that the main story is about a lady committing or cheating on someone and then facing no repercussions because the person that she cheated on died in one of the stupidest ways possible. Still breaks my heart how unrealistic it is. There you go. That's pretty. It is kind of realistic. The sinking was realistic. Unrealistic. How is it unrealistic? Oh no, are we gonna have a frigging, what is it called? We're gonna have Titanic Gate. Oh, I see. Okay. 45-degree angle. At a 90-degree angle, she'd be sitting straight up. Oh, shoot! So the reason why you'd be able to see the Titanic, at least in real life, is that they were shooting off flares to say, help, help us, help us. And they just sort of looked at that and went, ha, they're having a good time. There was tons and tons of flares up in the sky. The final plunge. To be fair, I've never seen the movie, so I don't know what the deal is. But the story of it always pissed me off. Yeah, Hollywood writers would rather just make something than do any kind of research whatsoever. This one's false. This one's false. This one must be true. Lovely. There's a second one? I mean, I can't be surprised. That kind of makes a lot of sense. It was made by a low-budget company. Oh, do expound. Explain this travesty. 100% clear they used the Queen Mary in the movie. Well, wouldn't they have also done that for the Titanic? I don't know. There's no way. A 1-to-1 scale replica of the Titanic doesn't sound feasible. How the frick? Broken lever, shovel, and something else. What is the something else? I don't have a key card. May as well use the garage. Get the keys. Get the upgrade disc. All right. I'm so tired, boss. I'm actually really frigging tired, though. This run is going really good, but I don't feel well. Okay, sorry, I just needed to take like a little micro nap. 12 is 3. 17 minus 15 is 2. Minus 20 is 40. Divided by 10 is 4. Maybe end the stream and go to sleep. I don't wanna. 12 plus 4 is 16. Minus 5 is 11. Times 2 is 22. Divided by 11 is 2. I get 2 keys for that. Does your wife make an appearance in the game? Probably not. Alright. So many keys. So many keys, Charlie. Damn it, that's the thing I need. They're both in this. No! I needed both of those. This is the end of the run, but I'm gonna gamble on being able to get the furnace, hopefully, all the way over here. Never been able to use this thing before. Oh no, I need to power it. It does nothing without power, does it? Eh. An oversized turnip. Huzzah! The piss? Alright, see you around. Enjoy. Wait, I can pump water out of the fountain? Ugh, so many things have to line up for me to be able to use this. That is such a pain. I need to pump the water out of the reservoir. Somehow. It's working. It's working. Wait, why am I doing this? I should drain the fountain if I can. Repump all that water in so that I can reposition everything. Because if I can drain the fountain, then I get to take a look at what's in the fountain. Someone hinted that that was pretty important. Let's see, 1, 2. Okay. So I can take 4 out each. And if I just redistribute it, odd. Can't seem to pump into the greenhouse. Is it because it's not there? Do I have the kitchen? I have the pantry. Why can't I pump into the greenhouse? Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. I think I got it. The reservoir tank 1 is the one that handles these. That's annoying. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to handle this. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da! Fountain has been gotten. And then in order to clear the reservoir, I need to get the boiler room connected up to this so that it powers this pump so that it can drain. Yeah. Gosh, this is such a pain. I wonder if there's anything in this sauna. Alright, let's go take a look at the fountain, shall we? Oh, shit! I'm not gonna pick these up. Oh, man. I don't have the basement key. Aw. That was gonna be so cool. And on that disappointment, it's time to end. Unfortunately, thank you all for watching. I was really excited for this. In any case, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!